Hello there, hi, Sylvie Carey here. Hope you're feeling well. Just to highlight Mental Health Awareness Week and obviously my live every day in May. So today I'm doing the exercise. I'm going to be demonstrating and showing you and making you aware of a little process that can help you feel better if you're feeling a bit low or you're in a bit of a mood or excuse me, or any reason, just to lift your spirit, to raise your mood. Okay, so I've called it A to Z journaling, feel good journaling. I have learned it or read about it, I think, with Abraham Hicks, Esther Hicks. I think that's where it's come from, why I know about it. But, so what you would do, so you're going to go through the alphabet, or perhaps half of the alphabet, or however many letters you want to do, enough that's going to raise your spirit. So if I said, so the letter A, what's a word, a feel-good word that can make me feel better? And this will be different for everybody. One word might send chills down somebody else's spine, and something might really feel good to another person. So I'm going to write alignment. So you can spend some time with that word. Alignment. How does it feel? How does it make you feel when everything's in alignment? When everything is going right? When you thought you're going to do something and you actioned it, everything falls into place. So that feeling of that word, how it makes you feel inside. If it makes you feel good, that's a good word. So there's your beginning. So then I would move on to B. What's a B word? Okay, we could have balanced. Could be any word for you. The word balanced might not be a good word for you. This is just an experiment, but just notice how the word makes you feel inside. So remember, we're just trying to help you, put you in a better feeling mood. Balanced. So to feel balanced, to feel like everything is even, to feel like there's nothing out of whack. Similar to alignment, I feel, with that word. So yes, that will make me feel good. What's my C word? C. If I'm thinking about being cheerful, how do I feel when I'm feeling cheerful and jolly and having a laugh? Cheerful. Sort of bring the feeling into your body. And then we'll move on to D. So I've written some down already because I was sitting there thinking it was taking me a while. And there's, if any of the letters you get stuck on, just skip them. We're not supposed to be getting out there and feeling frustrated. This is a practice to help you feel better, because we need to care about how we feel. If we're in a low mood, you're just bringing more of the low mood towards you. So when you notice that you're feeling a bit, this is something that you can go to and just like doodle down. So D, I've got daisy. So if I think about daisies, I see it in the grass, I see these beautiful white petals and yellow centre. It can take me back to being a child and feeling footloose and fancy free, running around the fields. Even now, if I see them, I would really still love to see daisies. So there's a D word that can elevate my mood. And we've got E, so I've got exciting. So even when you're writing this stuff down, you could be making lovely patterns or a kind of a mural, anything that will still lift your spirit. So I've got exciting. So how does it feel when you're excited, when you're looking forward to something? So that, like, excited, some people it might not be a good feeling. Some people it might make them feel a bit nauseous to think about something that's coming up that's exciting. So exciting for me, perhaps not in all cases, but currently today, exciting feels good. Then there's another thing. Some things may change as well, how you feel about the words. Okay, what have I put? So F, fulfilled. So when you feel fulfilled, when you feel like you've accomplished what you wanted to do and you just feel fulfilled, or perhaps just having your family around you, it just feels good. Or perhaps making a lovely meal, you feel fulfilled that you've done something worthy of doing and people perhaps appreciate it, but mostly of all you feel fulfilled to have given that. Fulfilled. And then my G word is giving. So I'm sitting here just writing them down on this Make Today Amazing pad. It's fortunate. So giving, how does it feel when you give something to people? If you give them a meal, or if you give them a present, or if you just give them a smile, it makes you feel good inside. Okay, what we got? H, and I've got happy go lucky. That just makes me feel like skipping around and happy go lucky and just flapping my arms around and like skip, skip, skip in the grass with the daisies. So you can see I'm sort of getting a little story of feeling better, feeling good, feeling better about myself. And then I've put ideal. That's in you just feeling, oh, that was ideal, that was just good timing, that was excellent, that was ideal. Not as in ideal for me. If I think about something needed to be ideal for me to appreciate it, that would put me in like perhaps more of a negative feeling. But I feel good about thinking, oh, a timely occasion, oh, that was like ideal, magic moment, perfect timing. Okay, and then we got H-I-J, joking and laughing, joking and laughing. It's got to be the best thing, isn't it, joking? As long as it's not anyone else's expense. So if you say joking, that makes you feel good, it's a feel good word. And it makes you feel good inside. But if it isn't, you wouldn't use that word. You know, perhaps if you started it, perhaps have the dictionary. Because I haven't been reading a lot recently. I'm like stuck for some words. That's why I had to write them down first. You know, I'm not perfect. Far from it. I'm just giving you some ideas of how you can actually help yourself feel better. So we move on to K. And I'm thinking about, for my K today, kite flying. Watching the kite spinning around in the air, free, the control of it. Yeah, kite flying. Think about that kite up there. It's always quite a nice thought for me to see kites flying in the sky. So there's a K. And L, I've got likely. Thinking of something to be more likely in a good sense rather than in a bad sense. Oh, it's likely that this is going to happen with a bad mood, or oh, it's possible, it's likely that something good can happen. So that's the feeling of my likely that I've got here today. And what have you got? M, movement. So just move in the body. Doesn't matter how much you move, but after you've moved, you do feel a lot better. As long as you're not absolutely killed yourself off whilst doing the movement. But even that, even giving yourself some like extreme movement, makes you feel good as well doing it, because you're just like, yes! So the thought of movement, whether it's slow flowing, just the ability that you are able to move your body. Movement, movement, feel good, movement. My N, I've got nostalgic. I like it when something perhaps pops up that makes you feel a bit nostalgic for a previous time, but a good previous time. So nostalgia is like a feeling good of a previous moment. So perhaps there's something, I don't know. Oh, I don't know. I'll move on because I'm going to talk myself out of feeling good about nostalgic. LMNO, optimism. So optimism, optimistic. What's such a better feeling than pessimism? Optimism, optimism. Let's try to be optimism. How does that feel inside your body when you're feeling optimistic? Again, when you think something is more likely, optimism. So remember what I said earlier, if you get stuck on any letters, don't sit and fester over them, getting cross and angry with yourself. Skip, skip. It takes some practice. I haven't done this for quite a while, so I was like sitting there thinking, oh, this is quite hard to do, because I haven't been reading and I haven't been doing it many. And then we're going to move on to P, poppy. I thought if I see a poppy, some of these sort of follow in a way as well. When I'm really like a bit nostalgic, you might think of the poppy and things like that. So poppy, I like to see poppies. I like the word poppy. You're in a field again, poppies. I obviously like a bit of greenery and some wildlife. Okay, Q, I've put quaint. Isn't it nice when you think of something that is quaint? I often think about Rye or cobbled streets. I like that quaintness, or little country cottages, little things like that. And the word quaint, when I see something that I think is quaint, that does make me feel good. So the word quaint to me is a feel good word. Okay, so I've got R, refreshed. how good does it feel to be refreshed? So like jumping in a swimming pool when you're hot and bothered, or after getting out the shower in the morning and you feel more vitalised, refreshed. So I'm taking in the feeling of feeling refreshed. And then we're going S. I'm going to go for selection. I like the idea that we have a selection of choices. We have a selection of so many things. And isn't that a wonderful thing that we can have choice and selection? Sometimes can become overwhelming if we have too much choice, but currently selection feels really good to me, so that was going down in my list today. Trickle is my T, and that's totally because I can sit here and I'm listening to this new fountain feature that we've got in the garden, and I'm listening to it. It's trickling. It makes me feel good. So the word trickle today is making me feel good, feel better, feel at ease. But yet again, you could have a bad trickle. You could pee yourself by mistake. Sorry, that could weren't supposed to come out my meant by a dripping tap, trickling. Yeah, so that would be perhaps something that's annoying. But the word trickle today is bringing that water into my feeling good. Trickle, and then we've got universal. So something that has universal appeal or universal usage. So you've got, say, one tool. Is this? I'm not talking about the universe as in, well, and that as well. Something that you can be used for more than one thing or for many things. So universal. Isn't that a good thing? Doesn't that make you feel good that you've got, say, this pen? It writes on every bit of paper that I want. That's universal. And it could write on anything else. Something that is universal, that can be used for many purposes. Even if it doesn't make sense and it's making me feel good, that's great. V, so another similar to selection, I've got variety. Isn't it beautiful and wonderful and amazing that we have variety? Variety. So just take the word in and feel variety. Might not be a good word for you. You choose your words. I've got for W, waking up gently. So rather than with an alarm or anything, just that when you wake up and you've just got to gently wake yourself up. You've not perhaps got to be anywhere within the next hour or so, but you just gently wake up, not abruptly by the alarm, but that feeling, waking up gently. Take that in, make you smile inside. X is always a really dodgy one, so you could be X, you know, you don't have to, it could be something with a X in the word, so extraordinary. Isn't it wonderful that there are extraordinary things? So just sit and think about the words. Are they lifting your spirit? If they're not, if they make you feel, just skip on to the next word. And so why? I've gone for yellow today. We've got the beautiful yellow sun, although it looks kind of white and bright up there. I've got my yellow flowers on. I have my, I have my yellow sandals on. So the colour yellow makes me feel good, so the word yellow is making me feel good. And what we got for Z? So again, dodgy letter, but you could think about how, for me, I just thought about the feeling of, Z's, going to sleep. So for some people, going to bed might not be a good feeling. They might have problems sleeping, but if you perhaps did something like this even before you went to sleep, without stressing over it, you might even find that would help you go to sleep. Okay, so there's my example of the words that I would have today. So you could just read through them again. You could spend as much time as you like trying to help yourself feel better, to lift your spirit, to lift your mood. Why not? You deserve it. And remember, Mental Health Awareness Week is this week, and I am doing this live every day in May, just for a challenge for myself, really, to see if I could just make the effort to do lives every day. And then also it's a charity donation if you'd like to make a charity donation to Mental Health Foundation, and you can see that in my pinned post. on this page, Sylvia Carey, and also you can find it on my Instagram in my link tree. There's a link there for my Just Giving page. Hopefully that's given you an idea of something that you can do to help you feel better. Notice when you're not feeling better, and this could be a go-to thing to help you, not to make you worse. So choose words that lift your mood. Okay, so this is Sylvia Carey. Thank you. Hope that's helped somebody out there, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.